Before any of us took our very first breath, before we had a name, a voice, or a place in this world, an extraordinary journey had already begun. A journey so complex, so delicate, that even today scientists continue uncovering new details about how life unfolds inside the human body. And perhaps the most remarkable part of all is this: every person watching right now has completed this journey successfully. From a single fertilized cell to a newborn taking its first cry, the story of human development is one of resilience, adaptation, and astonishing precision. If you're over 55, you may have witnessed this miracle as a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or a healthcare professional. You may have held a tiny hand moments after birth and wondered how something so small could contain so much potential. Today, we're going to walk through that incredible process together, from fertilization to childbirth, in simple, understandable language. And as we move through each stage, you may discover something you never knew about how every human life begins. Before we start, I'd love to know, how old are you and where are you watching from today? Leave it in the comments below. It's always wonderful to see people from different generations and different parts of the world coming together to learn. Now, let's go back to where it all starts: fertilization. Every month, a woman's body prepares for the possibility of pregnancy. An egg is released from the ovary and begins its journey through the fallopian tube. At the same time, millions of sperm may begin their own race toward that egg. But here's something many people don't realize. Out of millions of sperm cells, typically only one succeeds in penetrating the outer layer of the egg. Once that happens, a remarkable protective mechanism prevents others from entering. In that single moment, unique genetic instructions from both parents combine. The blueprint for an entirely new human being is formed: eye color, blood type, countless inherited characteristics, all contained within one microscopic cell. Imagine standing in your kitchen and looking at a grain of salt. The beginning of human life is even smaller than that. Yet within that tiny structure lies the potential for a beating heart, a thinking mind, and the capacity to love, laugh, and create memories. The journey, however, is only beginning. As the fertilized egg travels toward the uterus, it divides again and again. 2 cells become 4. 4 become 8. 8 become many more. Like a skilled orchestra performing without a conductor in sight, each cell seems to know exactly what role it will eventually play. What researchers continue to explore is just how intricate this communication truly is. Some cells will contribute to forming the placenta. Others will help build organs and tissues. And the biggest surprise comes next. Within about a week, this cluster of cells reaches the uterus and attempts something absolutely critical: implantation. This is when the developing embryo attaches to the uterine lining. Without successful implantation, pregnancy cannot continue. Many people never realize how important this stage is because it happens quietly, long before physical changes become obvious. For countless families throughout history, these earliest moments have remained hidden from view. Yet they represent one of the most significant transitions in human development. As the embryo settles into its new environment, a life support system begins to form: the placenta. Often overlooked, the placenta acts as an extraordinary connection between mother and baby. It delivers oxygen, provides nutrients, removes waste products, produces hormones that support pregnancy. For months, this temporary organ works tirelessly behind the scenes. Most seniors completely overlook this part when reflecting on childbirth stories from their own families. But without it, development simply could not proceed. As weeks pass, astonishing changes occur. Around the 5th week, structures that will become the heart begin developing. Soon afterward, cardiac activity can often be detected using modern medical technology. The nervous system also starts taking shape. Tiny limb buds appear. Features that will later become fingers and toes gradually emerge. It happens so quickly that one week can look dramatically different from the next. Mary, a fictional grandmother from Ohio, often recalls seeing ultrasound images of her first grandchild. She remembers staring at the screen in amazement. How can something so small already be moving, she wondered. That sense of wonder is shared by many families, because even with scientific understanding, human development retains an element of profound mystery. By the 2nd trimester, many expectant parents begin noticing exciting milestones. Movements may become more noticeable. The baby continues growing rapidly, bones strengthen, muscles develop, facial expressions become increasingly refined. Although the womb provides protection, the developing baby is actively practicing skills that will later support life outside. Swallowing, stretching, responding to sound. What researchers discovered over time changed how we understand these months entirely. The womb is not simply a waiting room, it's an environment of constant learning and adaptation. And that realization has deepened appreciation for prenatal care and maternal well-being. At this point, if you're finding this journey fascinating, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not only does it help us continue creating educational content like this, but it also allows more people to discover the incredible stories hidden within the human body. And while you're here, share in the comments whether you've experienced the birth of a child or grandchild. Those memories often stay with us forever. As pregnancy progresses into the third trimester, growth accelerates even further. Organs continue maturing, body fat increases, the lungs prepare for the important transition to breathing air independently. Space inside the uterus becomes increasingly limited. Many parents describe feeling stronger kicks and movements during this period. These moments often become cherished memories, a reminder that a new chapter of life is approaching. Of course, every pregnancy experience is unique. Some unfold smoothly. Others involve unexpected challenges requiring additional medical support. Modern healthcare has contributed significantly to improving outcomes for mothers and babies through monitoring, education, and timely interventions when necessary. Yet, despite technological advances, childbirth itself remains one of life's most powerful experiences. Eventually, signals from both the mother's body and the baby contribute to initiating labor. The uterus begins contracting rhythmically. The cervix gradually opens. For some families, labor progresses quickly. For others, patience becomes essential. Hours may pass. Support systems become invaluable. Partners offer encouragement. Healthcare professionals provide guidance. Loved ones wait anxiously for updates. And then comes a moment unlike any other. The first breath, the first cry, the first meeting. After months of growth hidden from the outside world, a new human being enters it. For grandparents watching, there may be tears. For parents, overwhelming relief and joy. For siblings, curiosity. For everyone present, an awareness that something extraordinary has occurred. A completely new story has begun. Perhaps that's why learning about human development resonates so deeply, especially later in life. As we age, we gain perspective. We understand that every person we encounter once made this same remarkable journey. Every teacher, every neighbor, every friend, every grandchild, each started as a single cell carrying limitless possibility. And maybe that's one of the greatest reminders this topic offers. Life is both fragile and resilient, complex and beautiful, ordinary and extraordinary all at once. Before we finish, it's important to remember that information shared in videos like this is educational in nature. If you have questions regarding pregnancy, fertility, prenatal care, or significant health decisions, consult qualified healthcare professionals who can provide guidance tailored to individual circumstances. Thank you for spending this time with us today. If this video helped you see the journey from fertilization to childbirth in a new light, consider sharing it with someone who may appreciate it. A parent, a grandparent, an expecting family member, or simply someone who never stopped being curious about life itself. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what part of this journey amazed you the most? Was it the very first cell, the developing heartbeat, the baby's movements in the womb, or that unforgettable first cry? No matter your answer, one truth remains. Every life carries a beginning worth remembering, and every beginning holds a story worth honoring.